Hello, friends! Once upon a time in the ancient kingdom of Persia, there lived a man named Haman. No, not Hamar, but Haman. Now, Haman was the king's right-hand man. You know, the guy who sits right next to you in class, always gets good grades, has all the answers. Yeah, him. Except in this story, he also had all the power and all the money. He could throw lavish parties and wear expensive clothes. Basically, he had it all except for one thing. There was one man who refused to bow before him, and that man was Mordecai. He was a Jew and the adoptive father of Queen Esther, though the king didn't know that she was Jewish. Anyway, Haman wanted to get rid of Mordecai once and for all. So he decided to kill him, and not just kill him, but make an example out of him. Scholars debate whether he intended to impale Mordecai on a stake or hang him, but either way, the plan was personal and brutal. To that end, he built a massive gallows, some say 75 feet tall, to publicly execute Mordecai. He bragged about it to his wife and friends, boasting how glorious it would be to watch his enemy squirm as he slowly lost his life. It was a perfect plan. Nothing could go wrong. That is until it did. That night, King Cyrus couldn't sleep. For some reason, he wanted to read the royal records, basically the ancient version of Netflix and chill. But instead of relaxing, he felt like a huge weight was crushing him. Why? Because as the royal scribe read the records, they told the story of how Mordecai saved his life from an assassination plot years earlier and how the king forgot to reward him. The king immediately regretted that decision. He couldn't reward Mordecai now. It was too late. But still, he wanted to make it right. The next day, when Haman arrived to ask for permission to execute Mordecai, the king asked him, what should be done for the man the king delights to honor? Haman knew the king was talking about him. After all, why else would the king ask him that question? So, without hesitation, he started painting a picture of a grand parade. The honoree would ride on the king's horse wearing the king's robe. He even suggested letting the man carry his scepter. Basically, the whole my bad. Let me buy you a coffee trope except with more gold, more horses, and definitely more robes. The king loved the idea, and just like that, he ordered the preparations for the parade to begin. Oof. Now you know how Haman must have felt. Just imagine having to say sorry to your bully. Yeah, that kind of awkward, but it got worse. The king ordered Haman to personally lead Mordecai in the parade, humiliation time. Forced to walk behind his enemy, Haman couldn't believe his luck. How did he go from wanting to kill Mordecai to being forced to apologize to him? Life was unpredictable, but honestly, we don't know if this was God's doing or just a crazy coincidence. Either way, fate had a nasty sense of humor. Later that night, at Queen Esther's banquet, she revealed her identity as a Jew and exposed Haman's evil plot to destroy her people. The king was furious and ordered Haman to be put to death. Someone reminded him of the gallows Haman had built to execute Mordecai, and the king ordered that Haman be executed on it. That day, Haman's arrogance and hatred destroyed him. He became the butt of everyone's joke, even his own gallows. Now, do you think Haman deserved this fate? Was it just karma or divine retribution? Let me know in the comments below. Also, do you think Haman's plan would have worked if he hadn't been so cocky? Discuss that with your friends. Lastly, make sure to share this video with others. After all, who doesn't love a good story, especially when it's about someone getting their comeuppance? Share it, discuss it, and laugh about it with your friends.